Okay, good morning class. I am teacher Iris and your English teacher for today. So before we start our lesson, I want you to please rise and let's pray. Let's lead the prayer.
So let us all bow down. Lord,
Amen. So before you take your seats, I want you to pick up some pieces of papers under your chairs and arrange them properly. Alright, so how's your day, everyone? We're good. Okay, nice. That's good to hear. So for your attendance, Miss Secretary, who is the secretary for the class? Okay, so I want you to list down the persons for today. Okay, so as we will start our lesson for today, I want you to follow the simple rules so that we will have a harmonious flow of discussion. Alright, so everyone please read our classroom rules.
Listen with your whole self. Speak to inspire, not to interrupt. Read to explore, not to ignore. Write your ideas, let them take flight. View with a critical eye and an open mind.
Okay, so are we clear, class?
Yes, ma'am!
Okay, now, who among you here can recall our previous lesson or our last topic? Okay, so it was all about modals. So modals has three types, which are the obligation, permission, and prohibition. So in this review, this is called Mastering Modals, a quick review. So I have here some worksheets in which it is a set of 10 items, identification questions, and what you're gonna do is to identify what type of modals is presented in the statement, in each of the sentence, okay? Alright, so I will give you 3 minutes to do your task. Are you done, class?
Yes, ma'am!
Alright, so now I will present to you 2 sets of pictures. So on the left side is the if parts, and on the right side we have the action cards. Now these pictures may look simple, but they are very important. The first set, the if part, represents or shows certain conditions or causes things that could happen. And the right side, which is the action card, shows the outcomes or the result of those conditions. So let's start with the first pictures. I want you to look at the screen. Here we see a student studying very hard. What do you think could happen after studying so hard?
He passed the exam.
Yes, stand up.
He passed the exam.
Yes, that's right. If a student works hard, they're likely to do well, right? Now take a look at the second picture. So how can we connect these 2 ideas in one sentence? What might we say to link studying hard to getting high marks? Anyone? Yes, just tell again.
If the student studies hard, he will get high marks.
Yes, that's right. If the student studies hard, they will get high marks. So you just made a perfect conditional statement. So today we're going to explore these kinds of sentences called But before that, let me present to you our learning objectives. So everyone, please read.
Identify conditionals and their use in expressing arguments. Write an argumentative essay using at least 5 conditionals to support their claims and arguments, counter arguments. And counter arguments effectively. Use conditionals to express opinions respectfully while thoughtfully considering and acknowledging the different viewpoints.
Thank you guys. Now that you've learned about our learning objectives, are you ready to explore new learning?
Yes, ma'am!
Alright, so on our first activity, I will show you a short video. But first, I will present to you some guided questions for you to reflect after watching the video. Alright, are we clear?
Yes, ma'am!
So please read the guide questions, everyone.
What conditional statements did the speaker use to support their claim? Number 2. How do the conditional cells strengthen the speaker's main point? Number 3. Can you think of the different conditional statements that could make the perspective stronger? Number 4. How did the conditional show the speaker's perspective on a certain issue? Number 5. In what way did the conditionals help the speaker consider other viewpoints?
Alright, so this will be the guide questions you will answer after watching the video. Okay, now.
I'm really enjoying this movie.
Same here. If I stay up too late, I won't be able to sleep tonight.
If I was a superhero, my superpower would be incredible speed.
Why would you want that?
Because I would be able to get everything done quickly.
If you were productive, you would get things done quicker.
If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
Mine would be to eat as much food.
Alright, so now that you've finished watching the video, I want you to reflect this guide questions. So number 1 question, what conditional statements did the speaker use to support their claim? Anyone? And before you answer, I want you to raise your flower to get your points. Alright. Okay, group 1.
The like what? First conditional. If I have enough money, I'll go to the country next summer. Second conditional. If I won the lottery, I will travel the world.
So, we will further discuss these three types of conditionals in which it will be a big help in expressing arguments. So first is the zero conditional. So it uses the present simple and the present simple, the main clause and the subordinate clause. So if you stay in the rain, you get wet. The first conditional, it uses the present simple, main clause, subordinate clause, and a future simple, main clause. So if I have enough money, I'll go to a safari trip next summer. And the last conditional is the second conditional. If I won the lottery, I will travel the world. It uses the past simple and the words would and God. So what else also an argument? So an argument is a sequence of two or more statements of which one is designated as the question and all the others of which are premises. Yeah. So conditionals as parts of arguments. If you study, then you'll pass. If you pass, then you'll graduate. Therefore, if you study, you'll graduate. So it involves the premises and the conclusion. Next example, if a number is even, then it's divisible by 2 without a remainder. 4 is divisible by 2 without a remainder. Therefore, 4 is even. Okay, so now that you understand deeply the conditionals in expressing arguments, we will have another activity. So in this activity, we're going to combine critical thinking with knowledge skills by creating conditional sentences about important issues. So I have here a box of topics: the air pollution, the bullying, and the natural disasters. So in each group of you will focus on one issue in which you will choose. You can use your creativity and teamwork to write the three types of conditional sentences for your topic. So what you're gonna do is you write each conditional statement or sentences for the topics you have choose. Okay, so I will give you 5 minutes to do your task. And once you're done, you can raise your flowers to present your work. Okay? Please remember that first conditionals are for real possibilities. The second conditionals are for hypothetical or imaginary situations. And the third conditional, or the second conditional
psychological impact. First, conditional. If schools implement anti-bullying programs, they will create a safer environment for students. So it's like unconditional. If people treated each other with kindness and respect, bullying will not be used. That's all.
Okay, so how about the last group? And what about?
My topic mom is all about air pollution. So I come up with a zero conditional. My sentence is if we reduce carbon emissions, the air quality will improve. And the first conditional is if governments invest in renewable energy, they will help reduce air pollution. And the last one for the second conditional is if people use public transportation more often, air pollution would decrease.
Yes, thank you everyone. You've shown how we can use language to think about actions, consequences, and possibilities. So remember that conditional sentences are a powerful way to imagine solutions and reflect on how different choices can change our future. Now that we've learned about conditionals, sentences that describe situations and their consequences, we've covered the zero, first, and second conditionals. Now let's see what you've learned and generalize it together. So are you ready?
Yes, mom.
Alright, so I have here a conditional matrix form. So now let's fill in the chart together. So I will ask you to complete certain parts of the chart and you can share your ideas with the class. Now let's start with the zero conditional. So what do you think is zero conditional used for? Anyone from the group?
Huh?
What do you think is zero conditional used for, or what do we mean by zero conditional? Yes, group one.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Group two.
So,
Or
let's go on.
what? Yes.
So,
What's your answer?
if you keep ice, it melts. That's all.
Yes, red. Now let's move to the first conditional. First conditional example. So how can we make? Oh, did I? Okay, so exactly the zero conditional talks about general truths and facts. So can anyone give me a simple example sentence of zero conditional?
Again, mom.
Yes. Again.
So the example that I have is if you keep ice, it melts. That's it.
Yes, thank you. Now let's move to the first conditional. What do you think is the first conditional used for? Anyone? Yes?
So I think the first conditional is used for the real future situations or things that are likely to happen in the future.
Yes. The first conditional is for real or possible future situations. Now, can anyone give me an example sentence of the first conditional? Okay. Group one. An example of the first conditional statement.
First conditional.
Or
If we prepare better emergency response
conditional used for?
Wow.
Yes, group 2 again.
So the second conditional, unlikely situation or hypothetical situation.
Great. The second conditional talks about hypothetical or unlikely situations. Now, can someone give me an example of a second conditional sentence? Anyone from the group? Okay, group 3.
If there were birds, I would fly across the sky.
Yes, fantastic. You did a great job filling in the matrix. By practicing these conditionals, you'll be able to use them in real life situations. Remember that the zero conditional is for the things that always happen. The first conditional is for real possibilities and the future, and the second conditional is for things that are imaginary or unlikely. Now, let's put your understanding into practice. So this activity is called conditional claims make your argument. So in this activity, you'll use zero, first, and second conditionals to support your argument on one of the following topics. So you will be working as individuals in this part, but before that, let us identify who is the first group or the first flower to bloom their flower. Alright, so the group 1 have earned 4 petals, the group 2 have 5 petals, and the group 3 has 5 petals as well. So we have a tie, the group 2 and the group 3.
Yay!
So now let's proceed to our activity. So as I have said earlier, in this activity, you will use zero, first, and second conditionals to support your argument in one of the following topics. So these are the topics you will choose. You have the freedom to choose what's your topic. What do you want your topic? First topic is should homework be banned in schools? Is it better to have year-round school? And the last topic, should social media be allowed in schools? So you are given the freedom to choose what topic you are going to write. Alright, now I will give you 10 minutes to do the activity. Time's up. All papers, please pass it forward. Okay, so now let's give yourself a 5 million pound for a job well done today.
1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million.
Congratulations!
Alright, so now let's put your understanding into an evaluation or an assessment. Okay, so in this assessment, I have provided to you 10 items multiple choices questions, and in which it tests you about your understanding on our lessons for today. So you are given 5 minutes to answer the questions. Are you done, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, please pass your paper. Now, for your assignment, before we end our activity or our lesson for today, you will choose one of the following tasks, whether